History is not just a record of what happened. It is a record of what was allowed to be known. For every truth written into textbooks, there are others that were delayed, denied, or deliberately buried. Welcome to FactForge, where truth isn't discovered. It is admitted. For decades, these facts were denied, dismissed, or buried. Then, quietly, the government admitted they were true. Some of these admissions came years too late. Others came after irreversible damage was already done. And fact number one raises a question that still has no answer. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. It really helps grow our channel. Fact number 10. The Tuskegee Syphilis Study. From 1932 to 1972, the U.S. government conducted a medical study on black men in Alabama who had syphilis. They were never told the truth about their condition. Even after penicillin became a known cure, treatment was intentionally withheld. The government wanted to observe what would happen if the disease was left untreated. Hundreds died. Families were permanently affected. The truth was finally admitted decades later. Trust, once broken at this level, never fully returns. Fact number 9. MK-Ultra mind control experiments. For years, stories about government mind control experiments were dismissed as conspiracy theories. Then, the CIA admitted it. Under Project MK-Ultra, American citizens were secretly given LSD and other drugs without their consent. The goal was to study whether human behavior could be controlled or erased. Many subjects suffered permanent psychological damage. Most records were destroyed before the public ever learned the truth. Fact number 8. Agent Orange and generational damage. During the Vietnam War, the U.S. military sprayed millions of gallons of Agent Orange across forests and farmland. For years, officials denied it caused long-term health problems. Decades later, the government admitted links to cancer, birth defects, and generational illness. Even today, children in Vietnam and veterans' families still suffer the consequences. The admission came long after the damage was irreversible. Fact number 7. Mass surveillance of citizens. For years, government officials claimed Americans were not being watched. Then, classified documents were leaked. They showed the government had been collecting phone records, emails, and digital data in bulk. Later, officials admitted mass surveillance programs existed. By then, the system was already deeply embedded into modern life. Privacy, once surrendered, is rarely returned. Fact number 6. Lead in drinking water. For decades, lead was used in water pipes across the country. Officials minimized the risks, but lead exposure damages brain development, especially in children. After multiple water crises, governments finally admitted the scale of the problem. Entire generations were exposed before action was taken. Some damage can never be undone. Fact number 5. The Gulf of Tonkin Incident. In 1964, the Gulf of Tonkin incident was used to justify America's entry into the Vietnam War. Officials claimed U.S. ships were attacked. Years later, government records revealed the events were misrepresented. The war that followed cost over 58,000 American lives and millions of lives overseas. The truth came out only after the war was already history. Admissions do not undo decisions. Fact number 4. Radiation testing on civilians. During early nuclear weapons testing, radioactive fallout spread across populated areas. Officials assured civilians there was no danger. Years later, rising cancer rates revealed the truth. The government admitted people had been exposed without full warning. Entire communities became unknowingly part of an experiment. Fact number 3. Operation Northwoods. Operation Northwoods was a secret military proposal from the 1960s. It suggested staging fake attacks on U.S. citizens to justify war with Cuba. The plan was denied for decades. Then it was declassified. The plan was never carried out, but it was real. That admission changed how many people viewed official narratives forever. Fact number 2. The Tuskegee Apology. In 1997, 65 years after it began, the U.S. government formally apologized for the Tuskegee experiment. By then, most of the victims were already dead. Their families received words, not justice. Some truths arrive too late to matter. Fact number 1. Unidentified aerial phenomena. For decades, pilots and civilians who reported strange objects in the sky were ridiculed. Then the government admitted something unexpected. The objects were real and unexplained. Not aliens, not secret weather balloons, just phenomena with no confirmed origin. The admission raised more questions than answers, and it came after decades of denial. History is not only written by winners, it is rewritten by admissions. Some truths are hidden for decades, others surface only when it's already too late. If you value facts over comfort, this is FactForge. Make sure you come back to FactForge for new content, and as always, like, subscribe, and share.